Here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of AI products do not need real-time inference at all.
Right. And that matters because people often pay for speed they do not need, then wonder why their system is expensive and hard to scale.
So this is not just a technical choice. It changes cost, user experience, and even what kind of product you can ship.
Exactly. The topic is batch inference versus real-time inference. Same basic idea. Run a model on inputs and get outputs, but the timing is completely different.
Start with batch. What is it, in plain English?
Batch inference means you collect a bunch of inputs, then process them together later. Not one request at a time the moment it arrives, but many requests in a group, on a schedule, or when enough work piles up.
So instead of answering now, you say, hold that thought. I'll answer 1,000 of these tonight.
That is batch. A simple example is spam detection for yesterday's emails in an archive, or generating product recommendations overnight for every user, so the app is ready in the morning.
And real-time inference is the opposite. A user clicks, speaks, uploads, and expects the model to react right away.
Yes, real-time inference means the model runs when the request comes in, and the answer has to return fast enough that a person, app, or device can use it immediately.
Give me a real example where waiting would break the whole thing.
Voice transcription during a call, fraud checks during a card payment, autocomplete in a code editor, or a camera deciding whether a face is in frame. If the answer comes minutes later, it is useless.
So, the main trade-off is speed versus cost?
That is the center of it, but there is more. Real-time buys immediacy. Batch buys efficiency. Real-time often needs always-on systems, low delay, and spare capacity for sudden traffic. Batch can wait, pack work together, and use hardware more efficiently.
Which means the winner is not the smarter team. It is the team that matches the timing to the job.
Exactly. If you choose real-time when batch would do, you burn money. If you choose batch when people need immediate answers, your product feels broken.
Let's make that painful. Say I am building an app that labels millions of photos uploaded by users.
If those labels are for search tomorrow, batch is great. You can process photos in chunks every hour or every night. But if the user needs instant moderation before the image appears publicly, you need real-time, because delay creates risk.
That risk part is huge. A slow answer is annoying in one app and dangerous in another.
Right. In some systems, late is wrong. Fraud detection after the transaction, safety filtering after the content is already shown, driver alerts after the obstacle is passed. Timing changes the value of the prediction.
What about accuracy? Do people assume real-time is weaker because it is fast?
Sometimes, but speed and accuracy are separate knobs. In practice, real-time systems may use smaller models or simpler pipelines to stay fast, while batch jobs can afford heavier processing. So the pressure of time often pushes real-time toward lighter choices.
So now the trade-off is really three-way: speed, cost, and how much computation you can afford per prediction.
That is the practical view. Think of a news site ranking articles for tomorrow's homepage. It can batch scores every 15 minutes. Think of a coding assistant suggesting the next line while you type. That has to feel instant, or users stop trusting it.
And trust is a power shift here. If your system hesitates, the human takes control back. If it responds smoothly, people start depending on it.
Yes, and dependence raises the bar. Once users rely on instant answers, outages and slowdowns hurt more. Real-time is not just faster inference, it is a promise.
When should a new programmer choose batch first?
Choose batch when results can be delayed, when you have lots of items to process, when cost matters, or when you are still proving the feature is worth building. It is often the simplest way to get useful AI into a product.
And choose real-time, when the prediction changes the next action, right now.
Exactly. Use real-time when the user is waiting, when safety or fraud depends on immediate checks, when the app must react live, or when delay ruins the experience.
So the smartest move is not asking, can our model answer instantly? It is asking, does this answer still matter if it arrives later?
That is the whole game. Batch inference is for answers that keep their value. Real-time inference is for answers that expire. Know which kind you need, and the rest of the design gets much clearer.